What's your problem, bro? We're trying to have a good time. Nope. Who the hell are you? What the hell? Come on! We got to go to the circus.
What is going on, guys and gals, and welcome to Good Real Hunting. What's up, Birdie?
How the fuck does Chad keep on getting the lead to come on to these things? We don't even say you're not invited, Chad, especially with your Kirby fucking bullshit you've been trying to stir up this week. What? How the hell did you even how?
That's not Chad, dude. That's my friend Matt Sturbater. Good guy.
Oh.
And he's here tonight to join us.
Happy to be here for the first time
live, dude. We're gonna be talking we're gonna have a lot of fun tonight, actually, because we're talking the worst movies of all the best franchises. We're gonna be putting those sons of bitches in a tier tonight. It's gonna be great, man. The franchises here: we got Friday the 13th, we got Nightmare on Elm Street, we got Halloween, Child's Play, Saw, Scream. We even threw in a little Insidious and Conjuring. We're gonna take what the consensus is for the worst movies of all those franchises. We're gonna put them in this tier. And it's going to be great. This is actually another 1,000 subscriber celebration edition. You guys voted on it. Brett put out a poll. You guys actually voted for personal
Our
hate
worst
movies
hate, yeah,
that
our
we have in the
personal
horror genre. But we figured this would be more fun just because if it's personally hated movies, they're all going to be in the bottom tier. This could go a little bit different. But we are going to do a top 10 of our personal hate movies here pretty soon. So that'll make up for that. And man, I'm ready to have some fun tonight talking about some really bad movies and a couple good ones.
I guess we'll have a damn good time. So try to figure out how freaking Masturbator freaking got on here. But anyways, regardless, we're happy to have Matt on here. And just in case if y'all know, this is freaking Chad Center, who played Jason Voorhees, and my special boy, Chad. How are you doing, buddy? And thank you for hopping on here just for a good bit until you have to do another stream later.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I'm good. Thanks for having me. It sounds like a fun stream.
Hey, absolutely. Hey, any chance to talk shit about Halloween Resurrection while you're on here? I'm all for it, man. You know, taste of your own medicine.
Top tier, baby.
Oh God. All right. Anyways, all right. Let's say hello to the chat real quick, if they will freaking get started. We got Lamontre. What's going on, Lamontre? We got Yo Adrian. How you doing? We got Russell Holbrook. Hopefully I said your last name right. If not, I'll just call you Russell. How are you doing, Russell? I am horrible with names, so my apologies. Cody Snyder, what's going on, my friend? And he's just laughing his ass off at Chad or Matt or whoever you want to call him tonight. And then freaking Brother Fluff says, "Holy shit, someone called Chris Hansen."
Bop. Is that the same Hansen or no?
I guess so. But Alec,
no, it's the Dateline Hansen. Hey, have a seat. Come. How you doing? Come sit down.
Oh my God.
Seriously, okay. Yeah.
What are you doing here?
All right. Sorry, it's not in my pocket. It's right up here, Rosie, my dear. Here's your Rose. How are you doing? And let's see who else is here. And Atanis. What's going on, Atanis? And we got more. One more other person. That's Gory Tiger. What's going on? I did pronounce it correctly. Holy shit. I'm getting better at these things. So, hell yeah. So thank you, Russell. So I believe I got everybody in the chat. So before we, of course, get started like the usual, let's freaking go to our Patreon card real quick. These are our real hunters. These are the people that are officially the backbone of this channel. And we gained a brand new real hunter today, and that is Tatum Rose. So Tatum Rose, welcome to the Real Hunter family. And these are, again, our Patreons. So if you want to be a real hunter in the Patreon of this channel, the link is in the description down below. Click on it, select a tier. Any tier will do. And you all could be a real hunter today.
Yes, and of course, if you can't be on Patreon, that's okay. Just being here, liking this video, sharing this video, being in the chat, all that fun stuff helps us out quite a bit. So we're glad you're here to support us in that way, as always.
Absolutely. Of course, we want to hear your all's thoughts of what do you think about our tier list that we're about to make here in a minute. Do you all agree or do you all disagree? If you disagree, the link for this particular tier, like kind of like how we're tearing it up, is in the description down below too. So you all could create your own particular tier using our custom tier stuff. Gosh, my brain has just gone completely this week, man, because I'm just freaking ready to turn it off and watch the Super Bowl. Anyways, all of that is in the description down below. So, gents, are you about ready to get started?
Dude, I am, man. You want me to go over the tiers real quick just to kind of break it down?
Right before you do that, okay. Cody Snyder, we cannot upgrade that Patreon card, but I promise you by tomorrow for my stream tomorrow, if I'm doing for a watch party of Cheapest Creepers, fuck you, Brad. That's the fourth one. Fuck you, Brad.
Chad,
Cody Snyder is our officially new Patreon too. So Cody Snyder, thank you. Welcome to the Real Hunter family. And speaking of Real Hunter
Welcome,
family,
Cody. Thanks.
we got Butterfly Tatum. This is Tatum Rose. So everybody make Tatum feel welcome. And how are you doing?
Nice.
Chad, any chance that you're going to join Brett for the Cheapest Creepers watch party?
Hell no. Hell no.
Luckily, Drum Dumps is doing a stream during the same time I'm doing my watch party tomorrow. So y'all could just come in and say, hey, fuck you and goodbye, as I freaking just sit in misery. And trust me, I do not blame you, because everything I hear, that movie is dog shit.
I watched the first 5 minutes just to kind of scope it out for you, Birdie. And that's supposed to be the best part of the movie. It was bad, dude. It was bad.
And Tatum Dove, thank you so much for that. Yeah, if you definitely hit that like button, it definitely helps us through just to defeat the evil bastard that is the YouTube algorithm. We would really appreciate that. And they also left your shirt, Chad.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
Or Matt. Dadgummit, I keep forgetting to call you Matt. And then,
it's Matt. Yeah.
Yeah, and Cody Snyder said, that was fast, Brett. That's what she said. All right, let's freaking get started. All right. So I'm going to be gone from the screen. So, Brad, if you would, of course, always run the chat, that would be greatly appreciated.
Yeah, I'm going to go over the tiers real quick as well. Let me get
do that first. And then, and go ahead.
Where the fuck? Banner. Okay, there we go. Okay. As always, we have our custom tier for this custom show, and starting at the bottom, the worst of the worst is a hot dog through a donut. Next tier up, which is a little bit better, but not by much, is Gail's Barber. We all know how that goes. Right in the middle is do your thing, because you know what? You can do whatever you want to do as long as you do it all the way over there. It doesn't matter. And the second, the highest tier is going to be sizzling hot tea that Dr. Loomis likes, and then obviously at the top you got the Power Glove.
Power Glove.
Oh my god! I'm not sure why that's the top of the top, because I hate that movie. But it is what it is. Brad comes up with the tier names, and I just freaking go with it. I create everything else. So who am I to judge? And just in case if y'all are curious, because this is a boo-boo on our part. You noticed a movie on here called The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, The Beginning. That was an accident. So we are not going to be using that movie, because we both really enjoyed that movie. So what we really tried was the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, The Next Generation. That's what we meant to put on there.
You can keep The Beginning in there, because I think by and large, a lot of people like it. But I mean, when you look at the scores and stuff, it's one of the worst scored movies in the franchise.
Well, let me go ahead and just save people the money right there. So, bam, there you go. Next, I'm just kidding. Okay. We're not going to do that. We're going to talk about it first. Hey, shut up, Matt. So, Matt. Okay, masturbator.
Mr. Masturbator.
Okay, Mr. Sabater, whatever you want to be called this evening, you are our special guest. You get to select the first movie.
If you can see it.
Yeah,
so RZH2.
Which one?
RZH2.
Oh, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. And
that's a hot dog through a donut.
Oh my!
Get out of town!
It's a hot dog through a donut. It's a hot dog through a donut.
Let me turn that on.
You guys know us on this channel. We really enjoyed this movie. This one was put in here because we tried to pick the movies that, by and large, are the worst of the franchise, based on a lot of people's opinions. And we see this at the bottom of a lot of people's lists as Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. But you know, at Good Will Hunting, we love this movie, and we both had this in our top 3 in our Halloween franchise rankings, and I still stand by that. I think it's the most unique movie in the franchise. Well, say from Halloween Ends now, but for the most part, up until Halloween Ends came out, this was the most unique movie in the franchise, and I love it for that. I like getting a new flavor, especially when you're 9 movies deep, 10 movies deep in a franchise. So, obviously you guys know the reasons I love it if you saw our review, but short story short, let's put it at the top, baby, for me.
Oh man, dude, let me go ahead and just agree with the good old Brad Meister here. Absolutely agree. Like Brad already said, we absolutely love Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. We've talked so much about it. You're probably sick of us talking about it. So I'm just going to save everybody's time and money. For me, this is easily the Power Glove.
Yeah, you know what that's going to average out to, Birdie?
Well, what did Chad give it?
He gave it T point. He said at the bottom, dude.
I said hot dog through a donut.
Of course you fucking would.
Yep.
God, who invited you? I'm still trying to figure that out.
Anyway,
I'm messing.
We just like grading on the curve, Birdie. We outdid his ass because it's 2-1, which made the average go all the way up to the second highest tier there, which is that of
Sizzling Hot
Tea, which is very appropriate.
All righty. Well, you know what? I'll take that. Even though, it does deserve the Power Glove, but you know what? Beggars can't be choosers. So let's see here. Brad, I'll let you pick the next one.
Let's go ahead and talk. Dude, let's talk Saw Final Chapter, man. Let's go ahead and get that behind us.
Oh, cotton candy blood time, man. Hell yeah.
Oof.
Dude, I don't know who wants to go first. You want me to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
I'll easily go first, man. Actually, you know what, Chad? Go first again, because again, you're part of the Jigsaw Files podcast with Chris Snyder too. So you're the Saw guy in here, along with Brad. Brad's a good Saw guy too, but you're again our special guest, and you're part of the Jigsaw Files podcast over on Movie Misfits. So Chad, go ahead.
I don't want to give it a hot dog through a donut because there are some things I enjoy in it, but what's that next one up?
Gail's Barber.
Oh God. That's pretty bad too. Yeah, I'll give it Gail's Barber. It's bad, but I could stomach most of it.
Alrighty. So Brad, what about you, dude?
Dude, this is a movie that I was so looking forward to when it came out. Like, this was back when Saw was coming out every year. This was billed as the epic conclusion of said franchise, and I was about it, man. All year long, I saw everything. I watched the franchise repeatedly, freaking nonstop, back to back. It didn't matter, man. I loved it, and I remember the expectations when this movie was coming out. That everybody was talking. There were rumblings, Birdie. There were rumblings on the internet that Dr. Gordon was going to come back and be the freaking primary killer. And I was looking at all this evidence, all these video clips. I was getting so excited, him limping around, putting that key in the eye, all kinds of crazy stuff. I was so pumped. And this thing came out, and despite the fact that they did that, I was furious when I left, dude. I was like, what the fuck did I just watch, dude? This thing is awful. They completely, yes, they did that twist, and I was glad that they did, but they fucked it up so bad. It wasn't even interesting by the end of the movie. They had this guy with the pecs putting fucking hooks in his pecs and doing it. Like, nobody cares about any of that stuff. We wanted to see what Dr. Hoffman's doing, and this movie kind of put all that on the back burner for a story we didn't care about. So yeah, I'm putting it at the bottom, man.
Ooh, a hot dog through a donut, you say?
Yeah, hot dog through a donut.
Alrighty. Man, this is a tough one because like my first reaction was a hot dog for a donut, but I'm actually going to agree with Chad here and put it at Gail's Barber because again, if anybody is a humongous Linkin Park fan, Chester had a particular role in this movie, and I always give bonus points for my boy Chester, man. But yeah, Cotton Candy Blood off of what they did with Dr. Gordon could have been a lot better executed if they
So
didn't show
underwhelming.
his ass immediately at the beginning. If they would just hold it off like for a big reveal at the end, it could have been more impactful. But just to go ahead and throw him in there, like, what the fuck are they doing, man? Like, and so I give it a Gales Barber. So 2-1, Brad.
I'm fine. I mean, look, I do agree with you guys. There are some decent moments in that movie, especially with Hoffman and him chasing Miss Voorhees around. Not really Miss Kramer around. It was good stuff, man. But I think it's more disappointing to me than anything. I'm gonna grab a couple of these comments here.
Yeah, and Brad, before you do, I want to ask a quick question. Do you all see a heart, like a circle with a heart inside the circle on the your bottom right screen as you're watching the screen? If you do, click on it, because I want to say that's like a new feature they added on there, kind of like how TikTok, you could tap the screen and like it and support the channel. I just want to see what the hell it does.
Dude, what if it deletes the whole channel though?
What
if it's like you're stopping the heart of the...
You know what? We had a good run, man. That's
what
all
if it's
I
like
can
you're
say.
stopping the heart of the channel? It just blows up. Blows up.
Oh my god. But anyways, and Brad, before you get your comment, Destiny just appeared in the chat. Destiny, how are you doing?
Hello and welcome, Destiny.
And Chad, hopefully you or Destiny, I wonder if you met our guest before of Masturbators over here.
No, it's Matt Sturbator.
Masturbator. Gosh, sorry, I am terrible with names. But okay, Brad, get to the chat. I'm sorry.
Cody Snyder said Power Glove makes me think of The Wizard, 1989. There was a couple. Let's see, what was it? Antonis earlier said that he really likes Halloween. Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. Yep, there he is. And here's Flamethrower said, I agree with Matt. This is about Rob Zombie Halloween 2, but I refuse to high five him.
You'd be smart.
Yes. You don't want to high five Matt Sturbator, dude. And then Tatum asked if we're going to be doing memberships at some point, and we plan on it.
Yes, we do have a plan. We just need to talk about it.
Yeah, we'll get that up and rolling pretty soon, I think. I think that's it. Like you said, Brooke's here in the house, and
hey, Brooke.
And Destiny's here as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Like girl power in the chat. We love it on here. So, so let's see here. Actually, for my turn to pick a movie, the first movie I see in the chat, that's the movie we're going to talk about. So whichever movie I see first in the chat, I got it pulled up on my phone. So whatever movie I see someone mentioned, that's the one we're going to talk about. Brad, you are such a fucking asshole.
It needs to be on this list. I think we should add it on as a
Brad,
bonus.
you are such a fucking asshole, man. Okay.
If you would have said the first one, I would have agreed.
No, both of those, if they were for some reason on this list, both of those would be the Power Glove, and you all know it.
Well, no. Second one's a lot more fun than the first one. First one is good, but it's just grim. The second one's a lot more fun, and we've talked that to death. To death.
Eat it.
But see, we're already starting fights in the freaking chat. So way to go, Brad. Hey, you might never know. There could be a feature stream about that particular fight someday. You never know.
We'll just watch it at one point. Do a watch party. That'd be crazy.
Oh my god, we wouldn't even be watching the movie at that point.
I'd be down for that. I'd be down for that watch party.
Okay,
well,
so
now hang on a second.
Way to go, Brad. Fuck you, man. No, I'm just kidding. Well, at least I hope. If Bacon's in the chat.
She's leaving now.
No, she says invite me on. So we're definitely you know what? We will plan that. So don't make me forget that. So okay, let me go ahead and just choose a movie, and then just whatever movie I see in the chat, we'll talk about that next. Except for Brad's smartass comment. So you know what? Let's freaking. I just rated Gales Barber for Saw 7, so that kind of makes me want to go ahead and get one of the big ones out of the way. Let's freaking talk about Scream 3.
Let's do that, man. That's a good choice, Brooke, man.
Top tier,
man. Yeah. So Chad's already up to the chase right there with the Power Glove. So I absolutely agree. That's correct, right, Chad?
Yes. That is probably my favorite Scream film.
No shit.
Oh yeah, I do. There's something about the Hollywood aspect, and everything. And that fucking scene with the mom's ghost when she's sleeping on the couch and she's at the window, that still to this day freaks me the fuck out. And I mean, I don't, just from the opening, the opening scene, everyone knows what happened now. I mean, fuck, Cotton Weary goes out like a badass. Let's just say it. Come on. The way they portrayed him in
strategy there, Cotton. I hope it works out for him.
I mean, they portrayed him as such a sleazy guy in the second one until he comes and saves the day, right? And then at the end, they have like this mutual respect for him. Well, that carries over to this one. He could have given up Sydney. Why wouldn't he? Like, yeah, because that's, your significant other. Yeah, she's in the fucking, in the mountains up wherever the fuck she was. He didn't do that. He went out trying to fight that we later saw to be Roman. And, right when he gets stabbed and then you hear the voice changer is a simple game, Cotton. You should just told me where Sydney was. Now you lose and just right to the dome, right square in the middle of the forehead.
And we get our first official / intro.
Yeah, that was fucking awesome. I mean, come on. And then the rest of the movie's great too. The cast is fun. The cast of actors playing, Dewey and playing Gale. Jennifer Jolie played by Parker Posey, she was great.
Yes.
Dion Richmond was awesome. I wish we got more of him, but we didn't. Just a great movie. Lance Henriksen's in it. I mean, come on.
And freaking the great Carrie Fisher, Chad. Just
because
you're supposed to be on your Star Wars kick right now.
Yeah.
What the hell?
You look just like her. Yeah, well, guess who got it? The one who slept with George Lucas. Yeah, she's fucking awesome. God. Carrie Fisher is awesome.
Oh my God. Yeah, dude. And she's the GOAT, man. And I agree with you with the Power Glove. And I'll just throw in one last thing in there, we'll take it over to Brad for the final decision. That third act, I will admit, is so freaking badass. I'll absolutely love the third act.
I mean, yeah, it's easy to buy into because you could see this deranged lunatic doing something like that. It goes kind of in the same vein as Michael being an artist with some of his kills. So and they're back and forth, like you said, and that final act is fucking awesome. Fuck you, fuck you. Like it was, yeah.
You guys may have been wondering this whole time if Sydney in fact did have a brother. Oh, she had a brother.
Oh, she has a
brother. So
I'm sorry, it's so funny, man. Like, I can't wait. 2 weeks, guys. 2 weeks, you'll understand.
There's I really do like that third act a lot. That's actually, I mean, it's one of my favorites in the franchise. Although in general, this movie is my least favorite in the franchise. It's not bad, dude. It's still very solid. That's just a testament for how good this franchise is from a consistency level. They all hold up. And yeah, I really like that ending. And another thing I really like about this movie is the only movie in the franchise to do this is to give us only one killer. Just one, mano a mano, and let him duke it out at the end, and it's awesome. It's more personal that way. It feels, I don't know, it just feels different. It has a different vibe to it. I like that, and yeah, I do like the opening too. It
feels more
kicks
intimate.
Things. Yeah, it does. Right, exactly.
Yeah.
That's why that third act's so good, even though it's a little bit of a stretch.
Yeah, I mean,
I can roll with it. Roll with it.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I don't necessarily think this is a top tier movie, but in this case, with these movies next to it, it's definitely going to the top tier for me. So yeah, I'll sit it up to the Power Glove.
Hell yeah.
What if I? What if? Damn,
hey man, that's a banger of a song, and you know it,
dude. I love
just for Scream 3.
Scream 3.
All three soundtracks are pretty badass. I forgot the band who did the song Youth of America in the first one. Was it Bird Brain or something like that?
I don't know who did it, but it was pretty badass.
I mean, all three were badass, but yeah, the third one was fucking amazing.
Hell yeah. Brad, get some comments in the chat because we just got some new people coming in saying hello because we have an amazing 16 people on this stream right now. That's badass. We love you guys.
Woohoo!
Yeah, for sure, dude. Chris is here. Chris Snyder is in the house, of course. And yeah, we're excited. to see him here as well, because I know he likes Scream 3 quite a bit too. So he came in right at the right time. We said Scream 3, he came in here. Brooke is saying that she really likes the fight between Roman and Sydney as well. Yeah, dude,
Hell
freaking
yeah.
badass Duke Sesh, man.
Hell yeah.
All right, and we also have X-Strong Gaming. First time I've seen you around in other channels in the chat. You're officially a part of this for the first time ever. So everybody, make X-Strong Gaming feel welcome and welcome them to Good Real Hunting.
Yes, welcome to the party, pal.
Yes. All right. I love when Brad says that. Even like welcoming new people. So welcome to the party, pal.
Because we could picture him as a John McClane.
Oh yeah,
oh my
dude.
god! Get with the in-laws, drink us some eggnog.
Hey, won't you
Running around without his shoes
we'll get
on.
together, have some laughs.
Getting his feet all cut to shit.
Oh my god! Well,
I'm actually balling my toes on the carpet right now, so to speak.
Nice.
anyways, Chad, you're next, buddy. And don't worry, bro, like if you have to like get ready for the ever stream, don't worry. We'll talk about how we resurrection before you.
It's funny you said you're next, because if that was part of a franchise, that'd definitely be on this list.
Okay, he could totally fuck off out. He could. You're the second person that told me or has talked shit about your next today. I watched Chris,
and that'd be a hot dog through a donut.
Horror voodoo video.
Oh shit. I see two very big movies of suckage. And they're both Freddy movies. So let's go. You know what? I can handle Freddy's Dead over the remake. So let's go remake. Nightmare on Elm Street remake.
Oh man, this is going to be fun.
I already know Brett's excited about this one, man.
I'm not excited about this one, just because of the fact I know you two are about to rip this movie to shreds. But come on, guys, this remake is not as bad as a lot of other pieces of shit in other horror movie franchises.
In what way?
I think it's worse.
Well, okay, like let's go ahead and take the obvious out of the way with the horrible CGI and showing Freddy Krueger on screen in the bright light. All that was humongous mistakes. I agree, but I thought Freddy Krueger, the actor who played him, I thought he did a really nice job for what he was told to do. Katie Cassidy was great during the time that she was in this movie. Unfortunately, I still personally voted that she should have been Nancy in this movie, Everything the Ever Girl, because she brought absolutely no energy. But man, this movie definitely had its scary scenes, its dark tone and atmosphere, and we cannot deny the fact that little gas station scene where they are pretty much like are so damn tired that they're dreaming like while they're awake, and seeing that particular scene was absolutely badass. So I'm not going to give this movie the full power glove, but I am giving this movie a sizzling hot tea.
Holy shit.
Wow. Wow.
That's how big of a defender I am of this remake. And trust me, there are a lot worse remakes out there and sequels.
Name one.
Halloween Resurrection.
I would rather. Chad, you go first, or shall I go first?
Oh God. Okay.
Freddy's Dead. Insidious: The Last Key. Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2022. I can go on.
I would take all those movies over. Well, here's the thing about this movie, dude.
And sorry, real quick. What's going on, Mel from My Killer Podcast? How are you doing?
Hello and welcome. Here's the thing about this movie, man. It's boring as fuck, and it is because the characters suck so bad. Freaking Ronnie Harlan. No, that's the director of the fourth one. What's the actress's name that plays Nancy?
I don't know, but I just mainly know her
Rooney
as
Mara
with the dragon tattoo.
Mara Rooney.
Yeah.
Mara Rooney.
Pepperoni, whatever it is. Yeah. She's no good in this movie, dude. She sucks. She's so vanilla. She's so boring. So I can't get behind her. At no point in this movie am I invested in her character at all, or the Kyle Garner character, or whatever his name is. I don't like him either. Thank you, Chris.
Garner.
Kyle Garner. I don't like him in this movie. I think he's just boring. I will say the blonde one, she was actually the most. She's the one that brought the most energy. But again, she gets off. There's a couple cool parts of the movie. The opening where the dude cuts his throat, that's pretty intense. And then, like you said, the little micro nap thing was really cool. But dude, it just outside of that, man, this was a total cash grab, and you can tell from a writing, a directing, and an acting standpoint, nobody was there for any reason other than to make money, and that's not what I want to see. Give me any other franchise, a movie in that franchise, I'm putting it at the bottom with the donut hole.
this and Jeepers Creepers 4 need to go away into the dark abyss together. So yeah, donut hole.
All right, Brad. Where would that average to?
It would be hold on. Let me.
He gets a summer sausage through a donut.
God.
Let me get your 4 plus 1. We'll divide that by 3. That's going to be a 2. So that's going to be right there at right there.
Right there. Okay, it's not the worst of the worst, so I'll live with that.
I honestly can't. Well, okay, I could see maybe 1, maybe 2 more that are below that. Okay, all right.
Hey,
We'll go with that, I guess.
Well, you know what? Let's.
I did like the scene where I think it was part of where they were in the pharmacy and he was trying to get the pills. And
yeah, that's
like
the gas station thing.
That was the gas station
talking about.
That was
or
the
something
only,
like that.
When he's chasing her down the aisle and it's like cutting in between the dream and the boiler room and then in reality, that was cool. That was cool. But other than that scene, you can forget everything else.
Let me put it to you this way. You could put all the good moments from this movie into a YouTube short in 60 seconds or less. Then you're good.
Pretty much, yeah.
Anyways, mail from my killer podcast. It's called me out here. Said, Brett, did you just say the Nightmare remake was good? Shame. Why shame? Like, not all of it is bad.
It's ass.
You're an ass.
It's everything wrong. It's everything wrong with the film industry, is what it is. It's a movie that said,
You're everything wrong with the film industry. I got an idea, Brad. If you're so damn good, why don't you go out and make a movie?
He said, here's what they did. They said, hey, we can make money off of Freddy freaking Krueger here. Let's do that. And let's not care about the quality at all. Let's change his ass to a pedophile and make him really unlikable and just go crazy with it.
I mean, he was, I mean, let's give it, he was already unlikable because he was a child killer, but I mean, they had to take it one step further and make him just the worst piece of shit ever. And that was not needed. Like, okay, he already kills kids. Let's just leave it at that.
Yeah, let's do that.
Mel, don't give Brad any freaking bonus, like confidence, like because Brad's overconfidence is his weakness. We all know this. And then Afro Well is just laughing their asses off in the comment. What's going on, Afro Well? So I picked that one. So who's next? Oh wait, no, I'm sorry, Chad picked that one. So Brad, your next pick.
Let's talk about Jason X. Let's get some Jason up in us.
Oof.
Oh man, dude, can I just go ahead and tell you, this actually, I really enjoyed this movie for what it is. So I would say, again, I'm not going to give it the power glove because it's absolutely not perfect, but I have so much damn fun with this movie, and Uber Jason looks badass. So I'm going to put this movie as sizzling hot tea.
Which one did you pick?
Jason X.
Jason X.
Yeah, but what tier? The one right under?
I did sizzling hot tea.
That's the second. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree. It's definitely not perfect. It's corny as fuck, but it's one that you can watch with, a group of buddies or just put on, if you're doing shit and still kind of pay attention because some of the kills are actually really good. And it's entertaining as fuck, but it's as a story, as a Friday story, it's pretty bad. And I mean, yeah, they only made it to keep the rights and to keep people invested so they can do the Freddy versus Jason. But I mean, if you take all that out and you want to have like a drinking game with a bunch of buddies, or whatever, it's a fun time. And some of the kills are badass. Obviously the face getting frozen then smashed. I mean, that's in such a shit movie for that to be such an iconic kill. I mean, that's saying something. So I'm going to agree. Sizzling hot tea.
Do you want to do some pie? Do you want to have finger turtle sex?
Yeah, dude. This movie's actually gone up for me since we did our review series. A couple years ago, last year, whenever it was, year and a half. I can't. The years just run together. I haven't even watched it since, but I've just thought about it more. And I'm like, you know what? This movie is just a fun time. It's not meant to be anything more than that. It's not meant to be taken seriously. It's the first time really they had fun with Jason since part 6 in the franchise. So, I enjoyed it for that, man. And so for that reason, yeah, I think I could join you guys up there at Sizzling Hot Tea for sure, man.
Hell yeah.
Dadgummit, Brad. We need to start this stream all over again and change one to tier names. Do you know we need to change it to?
You pass.
Pass! I knew you knew where I was going with that. But you know what? Sizzling Hot Tea is an excellent choice for Jason X. Which, Brad, I know we keep on forgetting to do this damn announcement. Would you please do the announcement so we don't ever forget this again?
Which one?
With the
The
Friday
Jason
the
announcement?
13th. Yeah.
Shoot, yeah, dude. I've been waiting to announce this for a long time. Since you guys are here, we'll go ahead and announce it. Yeah, sometime soon we're going to be starting a Friday the 13th watch party series. We're going to watch them all together, man, live on the air. It's going to be a lot of fun. Really pumped. Got a lot of fun guests lined up too. It's going to be great.
Yeah, especially one Mr. Chad Sumner too. So he'll be on for one.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
I
And we're
wonder
gonna have
which
a good
one
time.
he'll get
And-
invited to.
When we get to Jason X, we're gonna make it a drinking game, man.
You do that would be so much freaking fun, and I know the perfect guest for that movie too, just because I know someone who really loves this movie.
Hell
Any
yeah.
shot that has bad CGI, take a drink.
It's got plenty of that in there, dude. It's got Brett's friend David Cronenberg in the movie though, so that's
Oh
kinda
yeah,
cool.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, sorry, I almost peaked when you mentioned his name. But even though I do love the Fly remake, that's the only movie I love of his. But other than that, yeah, I'm not the biggest Cronenberg
Scanners?
fan.
Oh wait, is that Cronenberg?
I have not. Yeah, it is, but I
Yeah.
haven't seen Scanners, so I gotta still watch.
You got to
that.
watch Scanners.
Yeah, but his last two movies are the Cronenberg family did not do much for me. So, Brad, you picked Jason X, right?
Yes, I did.
Alrighty. Let's see here. Let's go with this little bastard right here called Chucky here. Let's talk about the seed of Chucky. So what are y'all thoughts about
God.
Seed of Chucky?
Dude, it's not good. I've only seen this movie one time, and I never, despite being a Chucky fan, it's a franchise that's really enjoyable to run through because all the movies are just a fun time. I just never had interest in putting this one back in again, man. I can't bring myself to do it. I don't like this movie at all. And I mean, here's what I'll do. I'll give it credit because it still has Brad Dourif kicking some ass. And Brad Dourif, he always gives 110%. He still does that in this movie. So I'll give it just a slight bit of credit, and I'll put it into Gail's Barber.
Hell
Okay.
yeah. And I'll real quickly, I'll put it at Gail's Barber Shop too for me, just because of one particular sing alone. Oops, I did it again.
It'll make you chuckle.
Yeah. First time I saw it, I didn't know what the fuck was going on, but I saw it in theaters, so it's been a while. So I mean, and given time and obviously with the show continuing and obviously bringing back the Glenn and Glenda characters and acknowledging that movie now, I'm gonna agree. It's probably Gail's Barber. I would have said "do your thing," cuz that's such an awful fucking term. So I don't think I'd give it that, but yeah, I'll give it Gail's Barber.
Hell yeah.
It's good. There's one thing about it is that it's not boring, and that's the biggest
Right.
sin for me is a boring
Yeah.
movie.
Right.
Oh my god. Yes, I made in Japan. Oh my god. Brad, you gotta make sure I take Japanese lessons from our boy Sheriff, not Sheriff, Deputy Hawkins. Yeah, I gotta get lessons from that guy.
Oh man, I'm gonna catch up on a couple things. Chris Snyder said, other than a couple fun kills, I can't get into Jason X anymore. Watched it a lot in the 2000s though. Yeah, same dude when it came out. Flamethrower said, I think Jason X is too goofy, and I'm the goofiest person in the world. It's true. Sometimes you just got to just take that ride, man. That's all you can do. And then Atona said, I would put Jason X in Gail's Barber. That's closer to the bottom. Than what we
Fair
did.
enough.
Afro said, loving the tier list. It's cool. Glad you're having a good time tonight. Hope everybody is.
Yeah, absolutely.
Extron Gaming said, I actually like Seed of Chucky. It's nostalgic and fun to me. Yeah, it can be fun, man. That's why, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's a start. I'm getting caught up.
Well, Chad's dogs don't like Seed of Chucky.
Yeah, dude. I mean, nobody likes it. I mean, I guess a couple people like it. They said in the chat, but it's just I don't know, man. When I think about some of these other movies on the list, it's like I can accept it. It's fine.
Alrighty. So, Chad, you are next up, my friend. Which one do you want to talk about?
Let's go Texas Chainsaw 3D.
Do you think, cuz?
Oh God. Am I starting this one off?
Oh, you absolutely can. I thought you were just gonna like go show her how hot Alexandria is in this movie. Or wait, is that her?
Even that
name?
doesn't
I always
save
get
it.
lost in her. I always get lost in her eyes. You know.
Even
so.
that. Yeah, I bet.
So does Woody Harrelson.
I'm gonna put it hot dog through a donut. It's awful. I don't even like to rewatch it. I don't enjoy it. It's welcome to Texas, motherfucker. The most non-Texas fucking accent or whatever the fuck, and just I don't. Oh God, it's awful. Fuck that movie. And then do your thing, cuz like, oh God.
Hey, come on now. You know, I actually like that line. I don't know
well,
why
you
it
like
kinda
your neck,
fits.
so I mean, whatever.
Hey, Chad, is comparable to when I would compare. Here's what I would compare it to. I would compare it to that time. Since you're watching Star Wars, I would compare to that time when when Rey chucks that lightsaber over to freaking Kylo Ren and they freaking destroy the Red Room guards. They just freaking have a good.
I haven't gotten that far. I just finished Solo.
I will disregard that.
So
Way to spoil the movie, Brad.
it's all right. I pretty much figured that shit was gonna happen. So I mean, come on.
It was an illusion.
I'm starting.
You know what?
I'm starting Kenobi.
Oh hell yeah!
Hell yeah! You do
Yeah.
love Kenobi.
No,
Like, do you love the third one?
The third what?
Revenge of the Sith.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay,
I love
but
the
you're
prequel
gonna love
trilogy.
Kenobi, so no worries there.
Dude, I saw
Andor,
Phantom
though.
Menace in theaters as a kid, as a
I
fucking
did
10-year-old boy. I saw that in theaters, and I was the happiest. I had my little Star Wars figures and shit, and it's like, oh my God.
Yeah,
And
so
I
cool.
thought
It was
Jar
amazing.
Jar was the coolest motherfucker on screen.
Yeah, I just rewatched it. I didn't mind Jar Jar. He got
God.
did dirty.
Jar Jar's
Oh my
not
God,
that bad.
He was actually supposed to be a Sith, which is mind-boggling.
dude!
So,
No,
should've
all
been.
the freaking signs are there.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been awesome, but
Let me tell you about Andor, though, dude. Have you watched that yet? Have you
No,
gotten
that's
to it?
coming up next. No,
Dude,
it comes up
that-
after Kenobi.
I can't wait for somebody else to watch it. I feel like I can't talk about it with anybody. It's fucking good as shit.
We'll have a review.
Well,
Hell yeah.
guys, we're gonna go away from a galaxy far, far away and go
Yeah.
into freaking Texas because Chad said one of the best lines in the movie, like welcome to Texas, motherfucker.
Oh,
And
God.
then do your thing, cuz. Like, again, kind of like what Brad said with like Jason X. This movie is not meant to be treated seriously. It's just supposed to be like turn off your brain and have fun with it. And for some reason, I can still have fun with this movie. And I absolutely agree with Chris Snyder in the chat with 3D over 2022. So that's why this movie gets to save itself just by a hair with Gail's Barber for me.
Yeah, I enjoy this movie, man. I actually think it gets a bad rep. I think it's okay, actually. Like, it's not obviously it's not good. I mean, it's probably in this. Well, I would say it's in the bottom half of this franchise, but so are the rest of the movies. So that's kind of hard to say. But yeah, I mean, I have a decent time with it. It sticks to the formula for the most part, despite the twist at the end, and you know you can go in and have a good time. So yeah, I'd agree with you, Brett, man. I could get behind that. I thought Leatherface was cool in the movie, and it had a couple good scares in there.
Hell yeah. So for R2, the Chad's one is going to be a Gail's Barber. And freaking Danner Banner's in the chat. Oh, I'm sorry. His name is not Danner Banner. His name is Master Betting.
After baiting.
Oh man, good one, dude. So let's see here. Wait, 4,
It's Matt Sturbitter.
6, 8. Wait, give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so Chad, you picked Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So Brad, what is your next pick?
Let's talk about Nightmare on Elm Street 5.
Oh God. Oh God. Can we just go ahead and put that movie in the hot dog for a donut, please, and just move on?
I could concur.
Oh, come on.
I'm sorry, like I know Miko's in the movie, and I know some people in our community love Miko, but like,
Sizzling cup of tea.
Get
It's
out
the
of Dodge.
it's the last watchable Friday or nightmare film.
I
You
disagree.
last
man.
knock.
watchable.
Who the fuck invited you? I'm still
Matt
trying to get that
Sturbater.
question answered.
That's what I'm giving it. I can have fun.
Damn.
This is the last one that I legitly have fun with. And
All right,
then,
let me take a gander.
and then the next one is obviously just a fucking train wreck. So, yeah.
1 by 3. That puts it at a 2, Birdie. That's right there with Gale's Barber. That's crazy. Here's the thing about Nightmare 5 for me, man. Here's the thing about it. Yeah, Freddy's Dead sucks ass, but you can go through it and you can watch it and you can laugh a couple times at how bad it is. This movie's just plain boring. Like I said, I don't like a boring movie. This is what that movie is. It has a couple good dream sequences. This is the one with the pool, right? Where she goes up on the high dive and she it turns into like this.
Yeah.
That was kind of cool. And that opening with the motorcycle was cool too. But
okay. You know what? I'll take that back. I'll put it at Gail's Barber just for that bike scene alone, because that is one of the most badass horror bikes in all of horror.
that's true. I can give you that.
I apologize for that. That's the only nice thing I can say about the fifth one.
right,
What
hold
a
on a
suck
second, dude.
face.
That's
No.
gonna put it.
No, Suck Face is part 4.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry.
Even though I will say
Yeah.
part 5 has that absolutely disgusting dinner scene.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was
Yeah.
disgusting.
Technically, that rounds up to do your thing, cuz 2.66 repeating.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. There we go. We got our first one.
I'm good with that.
Alrighty. So we just got to figure out a movie we all agree on if that's a hot dog for a donut, and we got our tier list pretty much completed for the most part. So let's see here. Chad picked that one. Brad picked that one. So I think we could get 2 more, unless if Chad, again, you can stay as long as you want, but I just want to make sure we don't want you to be late, and we want to get Halloween Resurrection. Actually, Chad, are you okay with go ahead and doing Halloween Resurrection?
Yeah. And I'll stay
All
as
right,
long as I can. So,
Yeah, let's just go ahead and do that just to be on the safe side, man, because I know this is a movie that you really hold dear, and we'll let you go ahead and talk first about it. Why is the Power Glove for you? Because trust me, I already know for you, so.
because it was ahead of its time. It's a classic. She deserved to die at the beginning. She had a stranglehold on the franchise, even when she wasn't in the fucking movie. Everybody wanted her to come back, but then everyone got sick and tired of it, and then they finally brought her back for H2O, and that was cool. But I mean, come on. Yeah, that whole bullshit, how they explained that was whatever. But, people will make the argument for the new Halloween movies, for the new trilogy. Oh, well, we got to see Michael. Well, yeah, but that one was a lot more easy to stomach than the new fucking trilogy. So I'm going to stand with that. Yeah, he crushed a fucking paramedic's larynx, but at the time it came out, I didn't give a fuck. I was 13 years old. I was like, all right, cool. I get to see fucking Michael again on the big screen, or actually for the first time on the big screen. Let's go. And, maybe it has a lot of nostalgia, but I mean, look at the premise. They're going on this fucking web series, this reality web series. That's all fucking it is now. That's all it is. MTV. You know what MTV used to stand for, kids? Music television. What does it stand for now? Fucking who knows what MTV stands for now?
Music television?
No. Where's the music?
It
Where's
stands
the
for
music?
ridiculousness 24/7.
Yeah, fuck. I mean, in a way, I guess I should hate it because it was, foreshadowed where the fuck we were going as a society. But I mean, I just have a good time with it. It's fun. I wanted a story, and well, even when they brought her back, I was like, that was great. H2O was good, but let's go back to the stories without fucking Laurie Strode. And I was fine with it. She wanted to be gone. And that's another reason I can't get behind the new trilogy, because she wanted out long ago. And then she talks shit on Halloween, and then she comes back. It's like, oh, I love Halloween. Fuck off.
For the money.
Yeah, fuck off. Like, yeah. This movie obviously has its faults, but I can buy him living under his house in this one, eating rats, whatever, doing his thing a lot more than I can him being in a fucking drainage ditch, getting his shit rocked by Corey.
He was weak, damn it.
I don't give a fuck.
Hey, you mean those You mean those freaking Tennessee ditches, man? Those are freaking deadly, man. That's where we solve all of our problems.
That's Power Glove.
Alrighty. Just to keep it short and sweet with me, Chad, I agree with you. This movie was ahead of its time, and I feel like it really could have worked later on. And you know what? I appreciate the movie for taking chances, being different, because trust me, this movie is really different. It's just, and I actually am starting to to have a soft spot for it, Brad. A soft spot.
Not a hard one?
No, shut up. Fuck you. I knew you were. But anyways, this movie, for some reason, I know everybody's like, "Oh my god, Busta Rhymes in this movie." I'm starting to just doing soft in my old age. I'm actually enjoying Buster in this movie now. He's definitely the most memorable thing about this. So honestly, do your thing, cuz with Halloween Resurrection.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'll give I'm going to give it a little bit of credit too, because first off, I'm a Halloween guy. You guys know that. I love Halloween. So automatically that puts it above a lot of movies on this list, because I think the worst movie in that franchise is better than a lot of these. Two, this is the first movie from the Halloween franchise I saw in the theaters. So I have some nostalgia for it. And when it came out, I thought this movie was legit. Like, this in my mind as a kid, as a 10-year-old, or whatever, however old I was when it came out, 12.
Young and insolent.
In my mind, this was one of the legit Halloween movies, because Laurie was back. You had that whole thing with H2O. This followed up H2O. So I was like, yeah, dude, this one H2O, it's 1, 2, H2O, and Resurrection. That's the freaking trilogy. Mm-hmm. Everything else can suck it. But you know what? It wasn't until I was an adult where I realized this movie did have some flaws. It has some issues. It has some problems. It doesn't have the best final girl. It doesn't have the best characters. But I did learn a lot about cooking. I got some good spice suggestions and things like that, and learned a little bit about knives. So yeah, I can meet you there, Birdie, man. I still would like to watch this movie more than a lot of movies on this list. So I'll meet you in the middle with Do Your Thing, Cuz.
Well, if it's Do Your Thing, Cuz 2 and Power Glove 1, I think that is seriously hot tea.
I think so.
That is going to be, yeah, it is actually. God dang, we're about don't leave people.
Yeah, I was like, I was like 15 people. We would love to maintain those 15 people. And actually, Brad, if you don't mind for me before we go on to the next one, get King Gore's comment here. And welcome, King Gore, Your Majesty.
Yes, welcome. Congratulations on 1,000, y'all. It's always great to watch a channel go up from like 100 all the way up to 1,000. Y'all put in the work. Keep it up. Good, real hunting. Much appreciated, my man. Thank you so much.
Yeah, dude. Thank you so much. And man, I remember me and King Gore had a kind of like a personal conversation, just because I'll be honest, I was down at where we were at one point of the channel, almost ready to give up in a way. But King Gore really just put the boots to my ass right there and told me to keep pushing and to keep having fun. So King Gore, thank you for that, because here we are at 1,000 subscribers, 14 people in the chat, and maybe having more friends do. So King Gore, thank you so much, man. I really do appreciate you.
Thank you so much, and thanks for being here, dude. Yeah.
So sorry, I didn't mean to be sappy there for a minute. So Chad, do you have time for one more at least?
I got till 15 after, so we're good.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right. Matt does like to be weird and go at 15 anything, or 45. Like that's funny for me. So all right, so Chad, you're the next one, man. Lift up the spirits, man. I didn't mean to go all sappy there for a minute.
What the hell's that one in between Halloween and Leatherface?
Halloween and Leatherface. That's Insidious, The Last Key. That's the fourth movie in the Insidious franchise.
Oh yeah, we have.
And I wish that movie did get
No.
lost like the key.
Let's talk. Ooh, this might be controversial. Let's go. Jason Goes to Hell.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Man, simple enough. This movie can go to hell. A hot dog for a donut. Okay, actually, no, I'm kidding. I kid.
I mean, even with the kills.
No, I kid because the tent scene was great. I actually loved the Duke character, even though I just didn't think he fit in this movie during this time. If we would have, if we connected the big three franchises with Duke, that would have made his character a lot more meaningful. But I still have a good time with him because, more happier than breaking random fingers in a jail cell. But it's just, again, the worm. What the fuck is that? Why is the worm going for the anatomy of a human whole? I truly don't ever get that. It's just, I hate it. So Gale's Barber for me with Jason Goes to Hell.
Yeah. Jason crawled into his aunt's vagina. I mean, there's really no way to better describe that. Or maybe it was his niece. No,
it's his sister.
I can't remember.
That makes it even weirder.
Yeah. That actually happened in this movie. And it's really in the 90s when we saw that happen with a lot of our favorites. Michael did that with his niece and the producer's cut. And now Jason turned into a worm and do it. It's a far departure from Friday the 13th, 1980. A very far departure. But, I mean, it's not my least favorite in the franchise. You can have a goofy good time with it. You can have some Jason, some Voorhees burgers and some Jason fingers.
And misspell Voorhees on the banner.
You can get your chest shaved by Jason while strapped down to the table. That's okay. We like to have a good time in Crystal Lake. But one thing I just don't. It has the most kills in the franchise. Gale's Barber. I'll take it there.
That's false, actually. Jason X has the most kills in the franchise. He killed the whole society.
Kills. Not confirmed kills.
Yeah, it's not confirmed.
He killed a space station. Yeah.
It's not the big, damn it. But anyways.
I'm going to agree. I'll put it there. I can't put it in the bottom because of the kills. And that's really it all it has going for itself. So
I'm seeing a trend here.
Oh, so we're all going Gale's Barber right here?
Yeah.
Slap it.
All right, freaking slap it down, man. Hell yeah.
I'm seeing a trend here, and I think it's that we like all horror movies.
Even the trashy ones. We could find something. I mean, as fans, we don't really hate a movie unless it's like really fucking bad, like Jeepers Creepers 4. We just have disdain for it.
Oh God, I have to watch that tomorrow.
It's like that asshole cousin that you only see like once or twice a year. And you're like, hey, what's up, man? Like, you tolerate them, but, and you love them for being family and all that. So you love it for being part of the franchise, but it's like, I got my issues with you. But, you still have fun with it sometimes.
Oh, Brother Fluff actually brings up a good Lost Forgotten scene in Jason Goes to Hell, and I agree with. I love the scene, the cop and his friend fighting on the side of the road. Dude, their chemistry was actually pretty decent. So that's a good scene, Brother Fluff.
Yeah,
I liked. I mean, the characters were different, from the usual formula we got in the franchise. So I appreciated it for that.
So you know what my favorite scene in Jason Goes to Hell was?
The tent scene.
No! Oh God! But anyways, so let's see here. That was Chad's pick. So Brad, you're next.
I want to do one unanimous donut through a whole.
Please do it.
Hot dog through a donut hole. So I'm gonna swing for the fences here, man, and I'm gonna pull out the Nun.
Oh my God! But you know what, Brad? That's just none of your concern right now because we gotta address something else big in the chat real quick.
Ooh. Nice. Okay. First off,
don't play it yet because I want to go ahead and update the banner real quick.
Banner.
There we go. There you go. Thank you for the super chat. So, Brad, go ahead, play the clip.
This is the $10 clip, man.
I'd buy that for $1.
I love that damn clip so much. I watch it every day.
King Gore sends in $10. Much appreciated, my man. Once again, he said Jason Goes to Hell can only get so many passes. Wish we had some Worm Jason merch. Don't freak out. Congrats again, nerds. Thank you, dude. Much appreciated, man.
Dude, thank you so much for that. And who did it? Who did the worm better? Jason Goes to Hell or Freddy versus Jason?
Oh gosh.
Ooh.
Jason.
Yeah, I agree. Just because that was practical. And that's dadgummit, is it too late to change my rating?
Yes.
Because I do remember how good as much as that movie is shit, I do really enjoy the practical effects of that movie. So can I move it to a do your thing, cuz for me?
You can, but it's not going to change.
It's still going to go. I know it's still going to go Gail's Barber, but I still, at least for my peace of mind, do your thing, cuz.
I mean,
all right.
Hello.
It was the was it K&B effects team? And the kills are pretty amazing.
And it was directed by a porn. It was directed by a porn director too.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Adam Marcus?
Yeah.
Adam Marcus is a porn director?
Oh no, never mind. I'm sorry. That's Friday. That's part 5.
Yeah, you're thinking of
My bad. Well, you know what? He could be a good porn director for that.
You know what? I think I'll join you and do your thing.
Let's not get it. Oh my gosh, man. This is not how I envisioned.
You know what? That's
for
for Brad's nun comment right there. So Brad, go ahead, go on with the nun. Oh, and Matt Fauci's in the house. What's going on, Matt? Don't worry, Matt. We'll give Chad back in 10 minutes.
What's up, Matt?
I'm really I'm swinging for the fence with the nun here, dude. Because I want us to have at least one hot dog through a donut hole as a 3-person unit here. So yeah, I mean, obviously I think this is the worst movie of the whole fucking list here because it's the one that I've never been able to sit through all the way. I get about, halfway through it and I'm like, this movie sucks. I'm turning it off. I'm not wasting my time with this. So yeah, it's that bad. And yeah, I think it's a disaster. And I think it's a complete disaster that they're making a sequel. I think, again, they're trying to take money from us without giving us anything that's worth it. So yeah, put it at the bottom for me. Everything wrong with the film franchise, film industry, I should say.
I would agree.
Okay. Chad would agree. And you know what? The Nun, I would absolutely give this movie the Power Glove. If I can see anything, if I can see anything in this damn movie, but since I can't really see anything that goes on in this damn movie, it is a hot dog for a donut hole.
Yes, we did one, dude. I'm so proud of us.
I scared you. I scared you, didn't I? I scared you.
We embraced the hate.
Yeah,
dude,
we embraced the hate.
Yes, I like it.
Even though Dina was a shame, though, with Terra Farmiga in this movie, I really hate to see her get dragged down to this level.
Wasted talent.
Yes, it is a waste of talent. And that's what I'm saying, man. Like, it was like, hey, let's make some money. Let's get one person in here that's decent. And obviously, it's mostly because of her sister. But still, like, it's
Annabelle Creations.
Yeah, I mean, it's just.
I would put that hot dog through a donut hole, too.
Annabelle Creation, The Nun 2, you watch.
Honestly, again, no, Brett.
Yes,
it's not going to happen, dude.
It's going to happen.
Creation is the best movie.
You're going to feel like an asshat.
No, I'm not, because I'm not going to watch it. Because I'm not going to waste any money. I'm not going to give them that benefit to make more movies.
Technically, you won't be wasting your money. You got a movie pass. You could just use one of your 3 free movies that week.
Oh,
I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to provide money to the studio so they can keep making trash movies. I'm not going to support that.
So you're not going to pay the extra $2 to sit in the middle of the theater?
Shit, no, dude. I would sit. You know what? I would sit in this movie. I would sit in the bathroom. I'd rather be in the bathroom for this movie, watching something else on my phone.
Chris, it is going to freaking happen, man. So deal with it. Come to peace with it. I saw him in the chat.
Get out
saying
of here.
Stop trying to make the Nun 2 happen. Well, I'm not making it happen. It is going to happen. It's already got a release date and everything. So suck it.
It's a cash grab.
Anyways, I have enough of this conversation here. So let's go ahead and go to another movie real quick. You know what, Brett? How about let's try go 2 for 2? You ready for this?
Please.
Leatherface.
Bottom.
Speaking of freaking movies, Brad, you say you could not finish. This is the only movie of all time I fell asleep within the first 10 minutes of it because I was such bored of tears. Leatherface, 110% the worst movie on this list. A hot dog for a donut. No questions asked.
Couldn't agree more.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it. The twist sucked. It should have been the huskier kid, the quiet kid. It shouldn't have been who we got.
It's always the quiet ones.
Yeah, I mean this one was. What the fuck?
It's a movie I will never rewatch. It's a movie I wanted my time back, and luckily I didn't pay any money for it. And I'll tell you something else about it is the fact that who greenlit it? That's what I want to know. Who said, "Okay, let's make this freaking movie about?" Yeah, seriously, it's like, okay, who okay, we have this franchise that's kind of like, it's been dormant for a while. We did this 3D thing. People didn't really like it.
What was the reason for this fucking movie? Jesus.
No reason.
No one has a reason for it.
That's
the only answer I got for it. Like when you're actually watching, it's like, this isn't a Texas Chainsaw movie. This has nothing to do with Texas Chainsaw. This is freaking.
You do gotta admit the pig head mask was actually pretty cool.
Get out of here with that. No, nothing about this movie was cool.
Come on, man. It was at least funny. It was way too big for that person's head.
Stephen Dorff.
Kind of like, where they're wearing those big hats in the NFL locker room and all that.
Yeah, talk about more wasted talent. Stephen Dorff in this movie. Well, I mean, he had a couple decent moments, but overall, he couldn't save this fucking movie.
No.
Well, nothing can save this movie.
No. 22 is better than this fucking movie.
For sure. I didn't even put 22 on this list. That's up at the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah, it's right there.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it's right here. Okay, cool. Actually, I was going to go with it to see if we could go free for 3, but with
sizzling hot tea
just said, I'm actually pretty scared.
Sizzling hot tea.
Are you're okay?
I enjoyed that movie.
You're picking that movie. Okay, go ahead and explain. I gotta know this.
I just enjoyed it. I mean, even the original getting as much love as it does, I never really understood it. I understand a little bit of it now. I have come around a lot to this franchise. But I mean, yeah, I dug it. Yeah, I mean, okay, him being 60, 70 years old running around, that's a little far-fetched, but I mean, Sylvester Stallone's still doing it. He was running around at 60, 70 years old and fucking The Expendables. So if he can do it, I'm sure Leatherface could do it.
Is Leatherface taking HGH those?
He might. Who knows what that
or it could be
crazy old bat was feeding him. But I mean, we suspend our beliefs most of the time through horror movies anyway. So with what it wasn't great. It wasn't perfect. I feel like it was a little bit of a satire almost. And if you look at it that way, it's pretty enjoyable. The kills are pretty solid. What was that guy? The one who you think is going to be the badass hero, Richter or something like that? Was it Richter?
Yes. Welcome to the party, Richter.
He was kind of like, okay, he might be a dick, but then he's like, oh, he's actually not a bad dude. Okay. And he, it was kind of disappointing seeing him die, but the fucking party bus massacre was pretty cool. Yeah. The line, hey, try anything and you're canceled, dude. I mean, come on. That's satire. That wasn't a serious line. I mean, it probably was in the sense that people would say that, but that's a satire of it. It's like, that's how stupid some people nowadays seem. So yeah, I had a lot of fun with it. And then at the very end where the annoying sister got pulled out and fucking beheaded, that was just perfect. As the Tesla's taken off and the other sister's just like, what the fuck?
That was the best way to describe this movie was that last scene.
That was the best part about the movie.
Yeah. So I had fun with it. I'll give it sizzling hot tea.
Alrighty. So I'll go ahead and admit one thing about this movie. Some of the kills were absolutely cool to watch or fun to watch. Like, like breaking the leg and then like using like the wrist bone and stabbing the person in the neck with their own wrist bone. Well, like the deputy, I thought that was damn cool. So the best I can do with this movie is Gales Barber, because let's just not deny the fact how they used Sally was an absolute atrocity of how to do honor a kind of like a horror icon. Even though I understand why she's a horror icon.
You can blame Laurie Strode for that.
Yeah, okay, that was actually going to be my next comment. Is that this movie is an absolute ripoff from Halloween 2018. So that's why it deserves to be a hot dog for a donut.
Halloween was a ripoff of Texas Chainsaw.
Say that again.
I think he just dropped his mic.
Oh no, my mic's right here. Or you talking about Chad?
I'm talking about Chad.
Oh.
I'm just kidding.
But anyways, it deserves a hot dog for a donut. But again, with just some of the cool kills and of course, like the buzz scene, yeah, I agree. Gales Barber for me.
Least favorite movie of 2022 for me was this movie, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was. But you know what?
Watch the Requiem.
That was another part of the satire, though. They killed her off because they knew how horrible she was and how corny she was.
Oh my gosh, she was awful.
If it was Halloween, they kept her alive. They were like, no, the bitch should have died.
I thought you were talking about the sister. She was so bad when she got killed at the end. I was so pumped up. Like that was the you know what? Since they killed her at the end, yeah, put this thing up with Birdie at Gales Barber, man. That deserves it. And you know what? There actually are, like you said, you guys talked about it already. There's a couple good moments in this thing. There's some good kills. There's some good moments with Leatherface. His look, I hated it. Looked, miserable. But
Brad, what's your favorite comment about this movie? Like with the whole cornfield.
That son of a bitch looks like the duck hunter, dude. In the game. When you shoot the duck down, the bird, and then the dog pops up out of the cornfield. That's what this guy looks like. I'm talking about from the original Mario.
Yeah,
the one that had the split game.
Super Nintendo or whatever.
Yeah.
Or wasn't it? Yeah, it was one of them.
NES.
Yeah, NES. Not Super yet. Yeah.
All right. So with one sizzling hot and two Gales Barber, ain't that to do your thing, cuz?
Yeah, I think I can double check the math real quick, but
can I go 3 for 3 with my math tonight?
I don't think it would move because you two voted Gales Barber, right? So my one vote wouldn't push it up, would it?
No, it rounds up. Up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
It rounds, so it's 2.66. It'll round up to 3. So yeah, we can put it in the middle.
Yay, 3 for 3.
I do think it's better than Jason Goes to Hell and Nightmare 5 for sure. So that I'm glad it's at least on their level.
Yeah, I'm actually good with the way they're lining up because I think that they're better than everything underneath of it.
Fuck you, science.
I mean, maybe except for Seed. On a good day, Seed can maybe go up 1, but it depends on the day.
I think I'd rather have. I know I put Saw 7 at the bottom earlier, but I would definitely rather have that than a lot of these movies at the bottom for sure.
I'll never watch none again. I saw it for sale at a Dollar Tree for $1, and I was like, should I pad my collection?
You would not buy that for $1.
I did not. I passed. I saved my $1.
Oh man, good times, man. So chat, it is 9:16.
Yep, and I think I just got the invite. So
tell Matt Big Gummit for ruining our fun.
Hey, dude, you go have a good time.
Oh wait. He just said if I want to finish, it's cool. So you sure? Hold on.
Yeah, so we got about possibly 30 minutes left. So I just wanted to double check that.
They said
one thing for sure.
Because we understand it's late where Matt is too, so.
It is late.
All right, I just sent it to him. Unless he's still in here and heard all that.
Yeah, Matt, we know you're in here. So okay. So chat again, just let us know if you have to leave, just let us know. We'll continue on. So let's see here. Who picked Texas Chainsaw?
I think me.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, that was Chad. So Brad, you're
It was
next.
me. Yeah.
Let's go ahead to Texas Chainsaw: The Beginning, since that was kind of the accidental pick of the night.
Oh,
Mm.
dude. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, the power glove. Jordana Brewster alone is a power glove.
Jordana.
Fuck.
And I disagree. Her part half crack hanging out of the fucking, it kind of took me out of it a little bit. I mean, I liked it. I enjoyed it, but you know, I'll put it.
Don't fuck this up for me, Chad.
I'll
Don't
put it.
do
I'll put it. Do your thing, cuz.
Fuck. I knew you were going to do it.
Here's what I'll do. I will match Brett. I think it does go to the top compared to these movies. I actually put it right up there with the 2003 remake. I think it's just as good. It really doesn't miss any beats. It's a little bit grosser, so sometimes you're not in the mood for that. But at the end of the day, it's cool. I like the fact that the bad guys win this one. So that's always cool to see that. It's just, obviously you want the good guys to win sometimes, but when the bad guys win, it just feels fresh, man. So yeah, I'll put it up there with Brett, man. So that'll be in the middle.
So, that's 2 power gloves and a do your thing, cuz. So that is a sizzling hot tea.
Yes.
I'm actually okay with that. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'm okay with that.
So
look
my
here,
pick
Britt's in the house, and she said she was sitting here via King Need Gore, man. So welcome.
Oh,
Nice.
who's that?
That's Britt. She's fire.
Oh, hey, Britt. It's Brittany, bitch. From Cedar Chucky earlier. So, Britt, thank you, and happy 1K. Thank you so much. So, welcome, and everybody. Make Britt feel welcome to Good Real Hunting too. So, be sure to do that. And okay, let's go. Let's talk about the most disappointing movie on this list for me personally, and that's The Conjuring 3.
Mm.
God,
All right,
so damn disappointing.
Yes, it's the worst movie in the Conjuring franchise. Yes, it was super disappointing. It was a major disappointment. I don't like this movie. I don't know if I'll ever watch it again. But comparatively speaking to a lot of these movies on this list, I can't put it any lower than Do Your Thing, cuz I think. I mean, it's still a Conjuring movie. It's still got James, I don't know who James is, Ed and Lorraine Warren in there. They're slaying it. There's some good moments.
James Wan.
It still has some good stuff. Yes, might be the most disappointing movie on this list, save from Saw 7, but it's still decent enough to where I can't put it in those bottom 2 tiers with those other movies.
I'm not the biggest Conjuring fan to begin with, but I did enjoy the movie to a point. But I agree it's not one of this franchise's strongest, but I would say Gale's Barber for me.
Okay, so we got.
I agree. I would probably never rewatch it. So, but I did enjoy certain parts of it.
Yes, and Brad, did you do your thing, cuz with it or Gale's Barber?
I did Do Your Thing, cuz I did.
Brad, I'll join you with the Do Your Thing, cuz because again, I love the Conjuring franchise because everybody knows the first one changed my life. Blah 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 blah. Y'all heard that story a metric ton, so I'm not going to tell it again. But man, I was so excited for the third one. I've never been more disappointed in a movie in a very very long time than I was with The Conjuring 3. It had one simple goal it needed to do. It's just be pretty much a complete knockoff of The Exorcism of Emily Rose. That's what this movie needed to be. It absolutely did not do that, and that's why this movie failed for me personally. But I still love Farrah Farmiga and Patrick Wilson. They are always a freaking standout, no matter what you do, no matter how much of a piece of shit the movie is. If you put those two in there, it's always going to be a Do Your Thing cuz with me at the bare minimum. So that's going to be a Do Your Thing cuz for me.
Good, nice, Bert. That's where it'll average out too.
Nice. So that is my pick. So Chad, you're next, and we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 7 movies left, so we are at a good pace here.
Let's go. Let's go. Freddy's Dead.
Yes. Yes. Put that piece of shit in the hot dog through a donut because I've only seen it once and I only plan on seeing it once unless if we have to do a review series down the road for it.
Oh, we're gonna do a review
Yeah.
series.
That might be a Patreon thing.
Well, it's once they freaking announce freaking Nightmare on Elm Street come back, whenever they decide to get their head out of their asses and do one, yeah.
show on
Until
Hulu?
then, dude, you know what? I'm at this point now where freaking Hulu or Amazon Prime, I don't give a shit. Would someone just freaking do one, please?
Please do one. I
Bring
don't care
back
what
Freddy's Nightmares.
I'm
do
good with
anything.
that.
I would.
Mike
I would.
Flanagan?
I would.
No, I swear to
welcome
God,
that
like
with
Mike
open arms.
Flanagan, anything.
No,
Nightmare on Elm
yeah,
Street.
I'd let him do it. Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. I'm gonna say hot dog through a donut. It's the first movie of the franchise that I legitimately cannot have fun watching, like at all. So
I will join you fine gents down there. I do think you can have a little bit of fun with it. This one's really nostalgic for me. This is the one I grew up on. You know, we had it on VHS as a kid.
Your childhood
What are you talking about, dude? So
you could have
Sir,
fun with this?
you haven't seen Armageddon until last month. That was
true.
like a big part of my childhood.
sucked.
If you
It
grew
was
up in the
for me as
90s,
well.
that was a huge part. So, sir,
as a kid, I would put in Jason Lives. I would take it out. I'd put in Freddy's Dead, and then I would just keep that rotation alive, dude. I watch this movie.
Okay, you know what? Your childhood is awesome.
I know that I know way more about this movie than anybody should because of how many times I watched it as a kid. I could still, I just do. I haven't watched it as an adult in a long time. So yeah, but you know, there's some quirky things about it that I have fun with, man. The Power Glove being one of them. Where he's playing the video game. Hey, I beat my high score and all that fun stuff. And when he's in the background and you have that guy with the hearing aids on, and he's back there like scratching the board. Like it's just funny.
Dang.
But it's not.
I actually
good
like that scene. Dadgummit.
It's not good though. It's not a good movie. It's not good for the franchise. It's not what Freddy was designed to be. But personally, I can have a decent time with it. But I would still put it. I mean, I'd give it a Gales Barber, but it's still going to go at the bottom.
Actually, no, I'll still keep it at a hot dog for a donut because I do remember the maps saying you're fucked, which that always gets a chuckle out of me, and I forgot about the hearing aid thing. God, that made me cringe. Not because if it was bad, it was because it was actually pretty decent. However, that still doesn't do enough for me, so it's still going to stay a hot dog for a donut.
Hell yes.
All right, Chad, you picked that one, right?
Flamethrower said he watched it more than me because he has a Roseanne fetish.
4, 8, 12, 15, 16. So yeah, okay. Chad picked that actually, right?
Yes, I did.
Yes,
I did.
Good. Okay, so Brad, you're next.
Okay, let's go ahead and talk Insidious 4, man, because we got to get the Insidious franchise talked about here.
Oh, dude, easy. Let me go ahead and pretty much say the same statement I said earlier. Instead of losing the key, I wish we lost this movie. Absolutely hated this movie during the whole theater experience. So I say a hot dog for a donut.
Keep it short and sweet. I agree.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to that, man. It wasn't a good movie at all. It was a major disappointment too because I thought
it was not necessary.
Yeah, it's not one that I would ever watch again, save for when we do that franchise review series this month, Birdie, or this year.
Yeah, later on in the summer. So 3 for 3.
Yes, sir.
Nice. Dang gummy. Are we going to get another movie in the Power Glove? Because I feel like Scream 3 is a little lonely up there.
No, that's probably the greatest one on this. Well, no, okay, no. I see one more maybe.
No, I know. I know. Chad, I knew you were looking at that movie, so I'm getting ready to pick that movie. You ready for it?
Or which one do you think I'm looking
at Friday the 13th Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan. My ultimate, one of my guilty pleasure horror movies.
That's not the one I was talking about, but we'll go with that one.
Oh. Son of a bitch. Oh, okay. I know what movie y'all were talking about. But you know what? I say what I say. Friday the 13th Part 8, Jason takes Manhattan. Jason takes over Vancouver. He takes a boat ride. Whatever you want to call it. I have a really good time with this. And just knowing what I know what this movie should have been if it had a proper budget, could have been one of the coolest movies in the Friday the 13th. I appreciate for what it tried to do, even though it did fail. I'm not going to deny that. But man, I still freaking have fun with it, man. So I say Power Glove for me. Kind of like let's just say it this way: what Chad is for Halloween Resurrection, Part 8 is what it is to me.
Okay, I can get behind some of that. I'm gonna say
exploded.
No,
I'm gonna say it's really between Do Your Thing, Cuz and Sizzling Hot Tea.
okay.
There's fun to be had. Yeah, the premise could have been really cool. I really like the premise, but the execution obviously sucked because they didn't have the budget to do all that. But I mean, once we do get that shot of him in Times Square, just standing right there, I mean, oh fuck. I mean, that's awesome. Because I don't even think Michael had ventured out of Haddonfield at that point yet, right?
Not yet.
Yeah, so I mean, and fucking Freddie was always.
Michael did go to California.
Not at that point. Yeah, not at that point. But
not at that point. Yeah.
So he was the first one to venture out of his home field. So, or one of them anyway. So there's fun to be had. Julius boxing, sparring with him on top of the roof. There's some other shit that it's kind of goofy, but I mean, you try to sell Vancouver as New York, you're gonna have problems. But Kelly Hugh was in it. She took her own stunt, getting thrown to the ground by Kane.
Yes.
It's another one like X. You can have fun, but it's obviously not one of the best. So I'm gonna say, I mean, giving everything else, I'm gonna put it at Sizzling Hot Tea because I think it's better than the rest of those movies. So I'll put it there.
Unbelievable. This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. This is not good, guys. This is not, guys. We're talking about this movie based on its concept, which I admit is good. It has a good idea. It has a really good idea. It had the best marketing in the franchise.
Ignored the chicklet Jason.
It had really good marketing, and it had that. It had
the ending sucked, but
but dude, come on, man! Just because you have a good idea, take The Purge for instance. Just because you have a good idea doesn't make it a good movie. Just because you have good ideas and you have ambition to do something really cool and different doesn't mean the movie's good. You still got to execute, and they don't do that in this movie. Even take the settings as they are. Even if you are going to give this movie with Jason 75% on the boat, 25% in New York. That still could be really cool, but not in this movie because it's boring as fuck. They give us the worst final girl in the franchise. They give us wet ass Jason that's slimy as a motherfucker this whole time.
Jason Goes to Hell had the worst final girl. She was arguably worse than Rennie.
But Jason X though Jason Goes to Hell had a final dude. So to speak, like it wasn't true. Like this is your protagonist of the movie. Somebody we don't give a shit about, dude. She's over there. She's got a little pin. She's falling off boats. She's doing all kinds of crazy shit.
Well, this one did too, though. This one had a final guy too.
That's true, but he sucked ass too.
Well,
and here's the thing about it: it's so inconsistent with the rest of the franchise. You have Jason. Yeah, it shows these flashbacks to kid ass Jason when he's got hair and shit. He looks like a normal kid. He's completely fine, save for maybe he has a little swelling, like he got hit in the head with a baseball or something like that. Nothing crazy. He's normal. The flashbacks are silly. The ending is a complete disaster. You have this whole thing set up to go to New York. You get to New York. It's great. It's fantastic for 12 seconds. We're talking about a YouTube short. Again, you can put it all in a YouTube short. It's great. And I don't mind all the backroom, the alley stuff and the heroin junkies and all that fun. Like all that's okay. That's fine. That's whatever. Let's have some fun with this. But then you end the movie in a sewer. This is your buildup. This is you could have put it. This sewer could have just as well been in Crystal Lake. It could have been anywhere. A sewer is a sewer. It looks the same anywhere. True. In the movie, in the subway, something that actually makes you think New York. Put it in a diner. I don't care. It doesn't have to be in Times Square, but something that's not a fucking sewer. And then you get freaking Chiclet Boy Jason when this mask comes off. He's like, water spilling out everywhere.
Pretty much the putty from the Power Rangers.
He turns into a kid again. And then he's like sitting there. There's actually a deleted scene of this movie where when he's spitting out the water, a little ass Jason comes out of his mouth. I'm not making this up.
No, I know.
It's that bad. It's not good. Put it at the bottom, dude. This movie sucks ass.
Tell me how you really feel.
This was definitely the like this and Freddy's Dead are the worst that I think each character has looked.
Yes, and it's boring. It's boring.
You're boring.
I mean, there's I can enjoy some things. There's some, it's predictable, it's boring, but I mean, I can still find enjoyment in like I said, the Julius fight, him throwing future Jason fucking Ken over the bar, putting the uncle down in the fucking thing rat first. So there's some fun to be had, but yeah, I mean,
let me ask you this, Chad. As a Jason yourself, somebody who's been Jason, whilst playing Jason, did anybody ask you to teleport? Was that ever a part of your job description? Were you ever supposed to teleport anywhere?
Wasn't in the budget.
Yes.
Get out of town, dude.
Well, I played a vision. I played a vision of myself when I popped out on fucking Brayden's ass. Remember? And then I disappeared.
This motherfucker in Jason Goes to Hell, or in Jason Takes Manhattan, is teleporting, dude. He's literally teleporting, like in the video game.
This is just a multiverse version of Jason, so he's a part of me in some way, I guess.
Oh my god! So, Brad, what is your official rating?
I put it at the bottom of the donut hole.
Oh my god! So we got that, a sizzling hot tea, and a power glove. So, Brad, you're gonna have to do some math because I actually don't know that one. It might be a do your thing, cuz.
I would say do your thing, cuz.
Okay. So that's a 3 point. Oh, god damn. Okay. Yeah, it is. It is 3.3.
Nice. 4 for 4.
That rounds down.
Damn.
Oh my god. Brad, I hate you. And I can't wait for that watch party. Anyways. All right. So we're pretty much in our last round. We're pretty much in our last round. So Chad, you first.
What's that between Halloween and Texas?
That is the Curse of La Llorona from the Conjuring universe.
Oh God. You know what? Scream is pretty lonely up there, so let's talk Halloween.
Okay, and I'll go ahead and easily let you know that's the Power Glove for me. Again, it's still not the best movie, but I really enjoy Halloween 5 for what it is, other than the whole Rachel Scissor Massacre thing, which is bullshit. But I still do a Power Glove.
The Rachel what? What did you say?
Because she died with... Guys, what the fuck? Get your head out of your ass with your inappropriateness. I'm trying to run a proper show here, and here y'all freaking chat being called masturbate or whatever the hell you want to be called. And with your freaking porn stash from you're from Boogie Nights or something. But come on, I'm trying to run a proper show here. Get your heads out of your asses. But anyways, regardless of that, it's the Power Glove.
I'm gonna agree. I mean, the mask is goofy as fuck, even though it does resemble the great Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage.
That's a good
Neck full cage.
But I mean, it's fun. It's still a lot of fun. I still don't agree with Rachel getting killed, but it is what it is. Okay. But I would say Power Glove.
Okay, right before Brad speaks, it's not the fact that Rachel died. I didn't mind her dying, but just the way she died was absolutely disgrace.
Yes. There's a handful of things that bring this. Again, like I said earlier, I'm a Halloween guy. It's automatically going to get an edge over a lot of these movies. But there's a handful of things that pulls it down a couple tiers for me at least. And that's A, what you just said, Rachel getting slayed by the scissors. B, Michael going down the river in that ridiculous mask. Exactly. In that ridiculous mask. And really just in general that it does have some boring parts to it. It's the pacing isn't great. I like seeing Dr. Loomis, although he's a freaking psychopath in this movie, 100%. But you know what? Like it's still a Halloween movie. It still has some Halloween vibes to it. It still has some Halloween atmosphere to it. So yeah, I could give it a do your thing, cuz.
Really? Damn.
Ooh,
So
okay.
that's going to be a sizzling hot tea.
Yep.
So damn, apparently Scream 3 is just going to be the top of the top right there.
Same level as Resurrection. Drink it
You
in.
didn't
And
expect
Rob
me to put that
Zombie's
any higher,
Halloween
did you,
too.
Brett?
I don't know. I just thought you're a Halloween guy and you would freaking like make sure Scream 3 wasn't lonely. But you know what? Sometimes it's lonely at the top.
Yeah, I mean, it's just not a good movie. It does some really silly. At the end, Michael's in that jail cell, and he looks like he's just reflecting his life, and he's like, "Hey, man, how can I get better at what I'm doing here? Like, I feel like I need to go to a remote island somewhere and just kind of reboot my life."
Chris has a good point right there.
You
Which
know,
one?
Brad, it was all about the freaking Hermit's Tale, man. Michael wanted to know about the Hermit's Tale.
When she died, yeah.
Yes, yeah. She could have
I
died.
agree.
Absolutely. For me, it's when she died. She should have been one of the one to die saving Jamie after the car chase. Yeah, Tina. She
Yeah.
should have been.
I
Yeah,
absolutely
Fuck,
agree with
Tina.
that.
That would have made the movie. That would have put the movie higher, way higher.
Oh yeah, that would have been Power Glove in that regard.
Mm-hmm.
No, it would have been a.
No, honestly
forget
though, because the backlash of Rachel dying was pretty fucking major, and that would have, I think, that would have had the outcome or the outlook of that movie drastically different.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think so. And let's not forget the fact
with the cartoon noise.
Let's not forget the ridiculous insertion of the Man in Black as well. That's another problem here.
Oh god, I was hoping
And he
we could
stepped
avoid
on a
that.
dog in this movie.
Yeah, he did. He's a dick.
He's a dickhole. So
Hot dog
all
through
right.
donut.
Oh my god. Any other comments about Halloween 5?
No.
Another one that I can enjoy.
Yeah, I still enjoy it too. Absolutely.
4 and 5 are real, and even 6 they have really creepy moments in them.
Mm-hmm.
Like all that little trilogy right there is pretty fucking creepy for a Halloween trilogy. Probably the darkest Halloween movies.
It's one that I, regardless, like when I'm doing a Halloween like marathon, I still always watch it. It's one I definitely always still watch.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Mm-hmm. So like for these last 3 ones, I just saw it's not 40. So let's do a rapid fire with these last 3 ones because apparently they deserve it. So that's pretty much the main thing with me. I feel like they all deserve it. So let's do a rapid fire with these last 3, starting with Annabelle.
Not good. This is a movie that I think, I give it to me. Gail's Barber. I think it's not needed. There's really nothing good about it, save for one good scene. Maybe 2 scenes that are pretty good. There's, 2 scenes
Both
are
directed
good.
by James Wan.
Yes. Yes. Right. Exactly. But the rest of it it's not
Trash.
needed, man. Put it down there, Gail's Barber.
I'm going to say Gail's Barber because of 2 words: Annabelle Wallace.
I'd give it hot dog through a donut.
It's not as bad as the Nun for me, but
yeah, okay. I could probably agree with that. Nun's pretty fucking bad.
God, fuck you guys. But anyways,
not even
no,
worth
I'm
a
just kidding.
dollar.
With the first Nun, yes, I agree. It's very trash. But what about the Curse of La Llorona? Rapid fire.
Never seen it.
Hot dog through a donut.
Actually, I'm going to go Gail's Barber because pretty much Velma from the Scooby-Doo live action movie, that's who plays the mother in this movie. I really liked her performance. So Gail's Barber for me.
Let's see.
So Brad, I know you haven't seen this movie, but if you were just to guess. Regardless, it's at the bottom tier, which is pretty much fine. So
Gail's Barber.
Yay.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Based on the coin flip.
My man, I love your coin. Even next, or lastly, we got Texas Chainsaw, the Next Generation, the fourth Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie. Rapid fire. I'll go ahead and say it real quickly. Thank God for Matthew McConaughey in this movie. Otherwise, this movie is a hot dog through a donut. So, Gail's Barber.
I agree.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The only redeemable thing about that movie.
I mean,
Everything
he's even
else is not
batshit
good.
crazy in that movie. I mean, I don't know. I've come around to it a little bit with my new appreciation for the Texas Chainsaw movies. But even with that being said, I still gotta say it's a donut through a hot dog through a donut. It's just,
Right,
I mean, there's some things to have fun with, and Deborah, WWE Deborah, she plays a cop in the movie.
Oh, that's right.
Shit, I did not know that.
She's the blonde cop. Yep, and
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Puppies!
Oh god. Oh boy. Gee, wow, what a flashback right there. Holy shit. So yeah, the premise is goofy and outlandish and fucking all over the place, but it couldn't be saved.
Yeah, I think that Matthew McConaughey was absolutely, and Renee Zellweger too was in this movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
They were fun. It was crazy. It was off the walls crazy. Matthew McConaughey just freaking he owned this thing. This is when I remember I read his book Green Lights, and his story about giving this audition was pretty good. He really freaked people out during the audition. So, and I could see why. But it's not a good movie at all. I have to join you guys down there, man. It's just at the bottom. Donut hole, Birdie.
Okay, but with my freaking Gale one, that freaking saves this movie from a donut hole, so it goes to Gail's Barber.
I think it's still going to be going to a donut hole, Birdie.
Oh, double check me, Van. Of course, the last freaking math equation, I'm wrong.
I said hot dog.
Yeah, it's going to be going to a hot dog.
Son of a bitch. Anyways, it's fine. I agree. Like, I'm not going to harp on it too bad, like, with that disagreement. So,
however, it's not the worst of those five by far.
Absolutely.
It's not the worst of the franchise.
It's
not the worst of the franchise.
What? Yeah. No. Leatherface is worse. Yeah. Fuck that. Yeah.
So, guys, that is freaking it. We just tiered all these, the worst of the best of the worst horror franchises, man. So, hail to the
Scream 3 stands alone.
This, honestly, I gotta say, this is probably our most balanced tier rating yet. Usually we have,
absolutely agree.
We have so many at the top because I know we just love all these movies. To some extent, even all these movies on these well, say from some of the ones at the bottom. I can enjoy, like, Jason Goes to Hell. I can have a good time with it. Jason Takes Manhattan. Even I always still watch it. I don't skip it when I watch the movies. There's some of them like The Nun and Leatherface that it's just fucking trash. But yeah, overall, man, I just it's good to be a fan.
Hell yes. So I just saved it, so I'll post the results tomorrow. And then again, we got that tier link for this particular tier in the description down below if you all want to fill it out. And if you do, please share it on the Facebook group or any of our social medias.
Yeah, please. Well, actually, this is a very interesting tier that I would like to see all of you guys what you guys would come up with.
I think someone's birthday.
I was getting ready to address that. Ready for this? Cover your ears if your ears are sensitive. Boom! It's Emily. Emily, how are you doing? Happy birthday. We hope you had a great one.
Yeah, dude. Happy birthday. And thanks for jumping in here during your birthday.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Chad, real quickly, what is coming up for you? I know apparently you have one currently going right now, so we got to send you over there, and I owe Matt a big apology. But anyways, besides Matt's, what do you got coming up?
I'm always bad with my schedule. That's why I accidentally double booked today. I'm glad I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I got going on soon. I just know it's probably something.
So.
All right, so we'll go with something, man. And Chad, thank you so much for being here, my friend.
Absolutely.
We're just
Thank you
going
guys
to
for
wrap
having me.
things up on our end. So if you need to go ahead. If not, if you want to hear us babble about what's coming up, you absolutely can, because you're always welcome on this channel.
I appreciate that, guys. And oh yeah, thanks, Chris. Jigsaw Files, episode 2.
Yeah, episode 2, Jigsaw
Coming
Files.
soon.
To a theater near you. Evan, thank you so much. You're so welcome, Emily. You're so welcome. And plus, it's always great seeing you in our chat, along with everybody
Happy
else.
Death Day.
Yeah. So, Brad, let's coming up on our channel. I'll go ahead and start with these first two, and I'll let you take over. The first one being the punishment edition of the Flicks with the Fellas Watch Party. Shut up, Chad. Where I have to freaking watch Jeepers Creepers Reborn, Jeepers Creepers for whatever the hell you want to call it. I'm watching it tomorrow at a special start time at 7 p.m. Eastern, just because thank God for Joe Bob / Drive Van Valentine episode that I did not want to miss. That starts at 9, so I'm starting this stream early. So 7 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow. If you want to say hi or just laugh at me, whatever you want to do, that's tomorrow. And then Sunday, me and Destiny are doing Back from the Dead, the February episode, where we celebrate horror movie anniversaries for the month of February in the intervals of 5, including 2022 releases from last year. And that would be this Sunday at noon Eastern time. So don't worry, you're not going to be missing the Super Bowl. We are doing it plenty enough early where you all could come hang out.
Hells to the yeah. And of course, Monday at 8, we're going to be doing our Scream 2 live interactive review. It's going to be a lot of fun. The first one was fun. This one's going to be right up there with it. And we look forward to having you guys there so we can get that movie rated deservingly so by the fans of the horror franchise genre.
Yay.
And then after that, we're going to be hitting you guys with another trivia challenge. This time for Scream 2. And that'll be coming out the day after that Scream live interactive review. And then we're going to be hitting you guys with the based on the real story for Cocaine Bear right before the release of this movie next week. And again, this one's fun. It's going to be interesting, man. It's going to be a good time.
And then, of course, lastly,
The Shining, a watch party next week, Friday the
1K edition.
The 1K edition. Yes, it's going to be awesome. You guys voted for it. Next Thursday at 8 p.m., we're going to be watching The Shining. It's going to be awesome.
Hell yeah. So we'll go ahead and freaking log off for now. Chad, thank you so much for being a special guest. Again, tell Matt we apologize for taking you a lot longer than we intended to. We just have so much fun with you. Time flies by. And everybody in the chat, thank you so damn much for making this awesome. We had 17 at one point, which is freaking incredible. I think that is a tearing it up stream record of 17. So we appreciate that. We'll try to figure out if more fun, creative tearing it up streams to do for you all. So we're going to go ahead and log out, and we will see you all. I'll see most of you all tomorrow. Oh, what do you got?
I got one. Generic slashers, like You're Next.
Ooh.
Okay, except for You're Next, it's not generic.
I mean,
I'm logging off before I fucking punch you.
Strangers Pray at Night. Another example of that.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm out of here. We don't want to lose any subscribers. So, guys, we'll see you all.
We'll gain a few,
I'll see you all tomorrow for the punishment edition of the watch party. So, see you then.
Peace out.
Yeah, enjoy that, buddy.
Oh my god, I'm not looking forward to it.
Later, boys.